I was worried about getting the classes that I needed, but I was also worried about just trying to figure out what classes those were that I needed, with so many different opportunities that you have as far as college courses and how you really just make your own schedule. Someone had always made my schedule for me. My high school counselors just handed me my schedule, and this is what I had to go to. So I was worried about, stepping out on my own and figuring out my future as far as my classes and my coursework goes the most.
I was most worried about just I had some idea of what I wanted to study, but I didn't know exactly how to make that happen. And so I just thought that, especially after SOAR with all the advisors, both staff advisors and peer advisors, that they really helped me formulate what I wanted to study and how I was going to achieve that.
I think my biggest fear with SOAR was not getting the classes I really wanted. Just because I am a little bit obsessive like that, and I was afraid I wouldn't get the really cool classes. Talking to the advisors, they mentioned these programs I'd never heard of, like the Integrated Liberal Studies program. So I had never intended to take an ILS class, but I did, and I love it. So it was really fantastic. So there are lots of classes available, but you have to be flexible in what you are looking for.
The main thing that I was worried about was getting my classes for my first semester organized, because you come into Madison and you have no idea what's offered or what you need to take or what your major is even going to be. And at SOAR, all my problems with that were definitely addressed. The counselors definitely give you like the basis of at least what kind of classes you want to be taking and where to find them and what they're worth.
Coming to SOAR, I was terrified, absolutely terrified, because it was my first time on campus and I knew no one and I had no idea what college was about, because I am the first to go to college in my family. And coming to SOAR and having all the people help me they were awesome, because if I had a question, it was answered before I asked. And the advisors are great, because they're like, well, what do you like to do? You tell them what you like to do. Well, there's 8 classes for that. Take your pick. And it turned out to be a lot of fun and a lot of help. And it really made transitioning from a small high school to a big campus a lot easier.
When I came to SOAR, I was most worried about just picking classes. I'd heard that there was a wide variety of classes in all different different areas, subject areas, and my friends had just scared me by like, oh, you have like 2 hours, and then you're in the session for 2 hours, and you have like 2 hours to get your classes all sorted out and everything. I was like, oh God, and then I was just freaking out about that. But then you learn that quickly that you have more than enough time to pick your classes, and there's a lot of great help.
I wasn't sure what major I was going into, so that was one of my biggest concerns, and I wasn't sure until the end of my freshman year. It just takes time to explore and take lots of courses that you're interested in. It's okay to not know what you want to do.
I think SOAR give me a lot of information that I might need in the future. It's a wonderful introduction to the exciting honors life, academic life you are going to have.